implementation from what? Implementation to what? Imagination. This is the lowest level and this is the highest level. So how do we get to the highest level? So that we can be able to get the most out of any business, any product and services you have to offer. So how do we move from implementation to imagination? So let's write. Are you done writing? To move from implementation to imagination, you must be a good implementer. 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 By documenting your process. By documenting your process. You must be, for you to move from implementation to imagination, you must be a good implementer by documenting your process. You must document. You must document your process. By documenting your process. By documenting your process. By documenting your process. You can't transfer what is not documented successfully. You can't transfer what is not documented successfully. When a process is not documented, it is called tradition. When a process is not documented, it is called tradition. When a process is not documented, it is called process. Sorry, it is called tradition, sorry. When a process is not documented, it is called what? Tradition. When a process is documented, right? When a process is documented, it is called culture. When a process is documented, it is called culture. When a process is documented, it is called culture. When a process is documented, it is called culture. So our forefathers that was able to heal people with herbs, what they transferred to us, is it tradition or culture? Your grandfather, did he write down anything concerning how he healed people with herbs? Did he write down anything? Then you're telling me he gave you culture. Did he give you anything that he wrote down? He did not give you anything he wrote down. Like, do you know how to do what your forefathers did? Do you know why? Even if they did not born you with the gift, at least I even they wrote, you would have said, okay, based on waiting for right, let me go and look for that herb in the bush and try it myself. Am I complicated? So because they did not write it down and transfer it to us, it's called tradition. That's why you can hear that in the village, they can all those things. You hear, it's tradition. But even they wrote it down and transferred it to you, it is called what? Culture. Now, why you need to understand it is because for you to move from implementation to manager's level, you must have a process you are going to use to manage the implementers. And if you are not a good implementer, how can you manage people that are implementing? Which document are you going to hand over to them? Or are you going to be telling them with your mouth that, see, when I was this, I did this? Like our parents used to tell us that when they were small, they used to carry first. And most of us usually doubt it. Am I right? But had it been your parents brought out his results that time, and you see, say, true, this thing is a result of 19 brigadier. If in the top saying carry first, they say, okay, based on this evidence, I believe you. So what important they tell us now, tradition is not what? It's not culture. That is why even after saying all those things, it doesn't have any effect on us. Does it have effect? Now that place where they talk about that, now that place where he ends. But had it been there was a document when he was an implementer, that document was presented to those that he wants to manage, it will be easy for those people to now follow through. Am I communicating? And you can even modify it, because whatever is not documented, you cannot modify. Write it down. Whatever is not documented, you cannot modify. 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 You cannot modify. Let's be checking time. You cannot modify. Whatever is not documented, you cannot modify. So let's go to the second. The second level of value creation is the managers, right? Managers. That is the third level, sorry. Managers. You can only manage the implementers if you are a good implementer. If you were, you can only manage, these people can manage implementers, they can manage implementers if you were a good implementer. If you were, that means you were doing it before now. You were a good implementer. That means before you became a manager, there was once upon a time you were the one doing the implementation. So it will be easier for you to manage those that are doing the implementation if you did it before. Unlike telling somebody to come and manage a hospital when he has never worked in a hospital before. How will he know what those that are working there are supposed to do? It's going to be difficult. That's why you can see somebody that they promote him from just an ordinary staff to a manager. It's easier because when he was an ordinary staff, he was monitoring department by department. Maybe he's in the procurement department. He used to go and communicate with people in the store. He used to communicate with people in the reception. He used to communicate with people at the accounting department. So he has an idea of what each department are supposed to do. When you promote such person to a manager, he can actually tell you what this person is supposed to do, what this department is supposed to do, and what this department is supposed to do. Am I communicating? So if you were a good implementer, it will be easy for you to become a good manager. And what are the criteria for you to be a good implementer? You must document your processes. Now that you know that being a good implementer is non-negotiable. So now that you are the one doing the procurement, you are the one in the store, you are the one, enjoy the process now, because those processes you are going through will not be a reason, will not give you the necessary knowledge needed to monitor those that will replace you. Of course, you know people will replace you. And because you have done it before, you can easily tell the person, is it not these things that are done before? Am I communicating? But that you know that a good implementer can be a good manager does not mean you should remain at the implementer stage. That is why most of us were advised, don't get a job because of salary. Get a job because of experience. Get a job because of relationship. Am I communicating? Go there to learn. It is your first business school. The learning process is the implementation stage. So you have to document it so that you can use it to start up your own business. So let's go to the second stage of value creation. The second stage of value creation is communication. Communication. They use words to make money. 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 They give instruction to managers. 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 They inspire action. They inspire action. They inspire action. They inspire. They inspire action. Right? A manager monitors monitors the activities of implementer, but a communicator don't. A communicator don't. A manager monitors the activities of implementers, but a communicator don't. A manager monitors the activities of implementers, the activities of implementers. They monitor the activities of implementers. Communicators don't. They don't. They don't. They don't. Now, if you check, both the communicators and the managers seems as if they are controlling a set of persons, right? It seems as if both of them have to give instructions, right? But if you check, the communicator level is giving instruction. The manager level is giving instruction. The only difference between these two people is that a communicator will give instruction, but he will not monitor it. But a manager will give instruction and still be there to monitor it. So what makes a communicator makes more money from the value, the product and services he presents in the marketplace, that he he does what we call branding. Communicators do what we call branding. They paint a picture that inspires people action. They are not there to come and check if you are actually following what they ask you to do. For instance, when you say you are choosing Nike over Abashu, it was somebody that communicated to the people that produced it, the people that marketed it, and the people that retailed it to the point that you bought it back. Now, when these guys communicated that idea to those people that produce it, are they the ones to monitor if it was actually produced? No. Their job is to give a template to the managers. It's the managers that now go to the factory, they produce the shoe, they make sure it is marketed properly for people to be aware. Am I communicating? So all they do is to communicate with the communicators that gave that idea to be sure that the templates, the prototype they gave to them is actually what they actually produce. So for you to be at the communicators level, you need some skills. Write it down. For you to be at the communicators level, you need some skills. You need some skills. You need people's management skill. You need communication skill. You need self-awareness skill. Self-awareness. You need emotional intelligence skill. This is people's management skill. Write it down. For you to be at the communicators level, you need some skills. You need some skills. You need some skills. For you to be at the communicators level, you need some skills. For you to be at the communicators level of value creation, anyhow you want to put it, you need some skills. I hope my time is not. Once it's 11:50. Mr. George, please remind me once it's 11:50, let me shut down. For you to be at the communicator's level, you need some skills. You need some skills. You need some skills. Skills. You need some skills. Skills like people's management skill. Skills like people's management skill. Skills like communication skills. People's management skill. Skills like self-awareness skill. Self-awareness skill. Self-awareness skill. Skills like emotional intelligence skill. Skills like negotiation skill, leadership skill, self-awareness skills, emotional intelligence skill, negotiation skills. There are many more. There are many more. etc. There are many of them. I'm just giving you a list of that. Communication skills, self-awareness skill, emotional intelligence skill, self-awareness skill, emotional intelligence skill, negotiation skill, leadership skill. I think I remember another one now. Problem solving skill. Problem solving skill. etc. Problem solving skills. When I remember, right? Problem solving skills. etc. The last one. You are done a bit. Let's go to the last level of value creation. That is imaginators. 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 Yeah. The highest level, which is the fourth level, is imaginators. They make money with their thoughts. They make money with their thoughts. They make money using their thoughts, their mind. They make money using their thoughts, their mind. That's what they use in making money. They are aware that thoughts are things. Thoughts. They are aware that thoughts are things. They are aware that thoughts are things. Thoughts have presence. They are aware that thoughts are things. Thoughts are things. They are aware that thoughts has presence. Thoughts has presence. They are aware that thoughts are things. They are aware that thoughts have presence. They are aware. They hold a thought. They hold a thought long enough. They hold a thought long enough. Are you done writing these ones? They hold a thought long enough. They hold a thought long enough. They hold a thought long enough. They hold a thought long enough for it to materialize. For it to materialize. They hold a thought long enough for it to materialize. They hold a thought long enough for it to materialize. They hold a thought long enough for it to materialize. They hold a thought long enough for it to materialize. Are you aware that the chair you are sitting on is someone's thought? The table, the clothes, the house is someone's thought. Now, the ability to hold a thought long enough for it to materialize is what makes them the highest value creators in the ladder of value creation. Because what they do, they think about things, they imagine things, they use what we call imagination. Imagination. They use what we call imagination, image nation. They paint an image about a nation. Then they communicate to the managers that now assemble the implementers to bring it to reality. So all they do is to think. And that is the hardest work a poor man don't want to do. Thinking. If you say what I'm saying is a lie, go to Itan market now. Go to Noise market, go to Apan, everybody is walking back. Wow. Going to where are you going to? Like now, you don't wake up at it. You don't come out. I want to go and hustle. You are walking back. I don't understand. Like how will this person's life become better? See, let me tell you something. For your brain to work faster, your body needs to slow down. Write it in your book. You don't understand what I'm saying. I said, for your brain to work faster, to be active, your body needs to slow down. Your body needs to slow down. If you really want your brain to work faster, your body needs to slow down. Your brain works faster when your body slows down. Your brain works faster when your body slows down. So as a matter of fact, how can somebody's brain be working? How can somebody think when the body is more active? You check now. When do you usually think about the situations and the circumstances you find yourself? Is it when you are actively doing something, or is it when you are relaxed? That's when you think. That is your brain actually work when you are relaxed. So the question is, all those people that is working to that's what I'm saying. Even see that thing, there is a difference between worry. Let me clean this. There's a difference between worry and thinking. Let me make it very clear. Worry and thinking is a two different things. The only way you can say you are thinking is when you are writing. When you are asking positive questions. Positive questions. That's when we say you are thinking. How do you know you are worrying? You are complaining. You are blaming. You are justifying. So most of the times, people that say they are thinking, if you check what is going on in their mind, is either they are blaming, am I lying? They are justifying, or they are complaining. This is not thinking. It is called worry. For your brain to think, you have to write, you have to ask positive questions, empowering questions. That is when we say you are thinking. So based on this explanation, what you have been doing all this while, is it worry or thinking? No, you answer. You see that most times you are worrying. You are worrying, you are not thinking. This is the only chance you give to your brain to give you a result you desire. So we're going to stop here for now. I strongly believe that I've been able to do justice to how you can move from the implementers level to the imagination level. Am I communicating? So I believe you must have some questions or contributions to make. We'll stop here for now so that we can do other things. What have been your take home today? Okay. And for you to be a good communicator, you need what? For you to be a good communicator, you need what? What do you need to be a good communicator? Huh? You need skills. You need skills. Because sometimes you'll be wondering why you are talking to people and they're not responding. They're not even listening. They're not listening to you. It's because you need skills. Am I communicating? Because everybody wants to operate at either communication or imagination level, right? Now you now see that the level you desire to operate in is open for everybody. But the only way you can get there is by learning the skills. It's a skill. Some people are born with the gift too. But if you are not born with the gifts, you can learn it because they are skills. Skills are learnable. And most of these skills, you need somebody that have already started operating at that level to teach you and make sure you practice it. If you are willing to learn those skills, we'll work with you. Huh? And you see, you get a better result in 2025. So we'll call it a day. Thank you very much and see you on Monday. Have a blessed day.